Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Today I'm going to be planning the week of April 20th in my Aura Estelle A5 wide cloud planner. These are my Erin Condren vertical neutral binder pages, which I have repunched to put in here. So this is the exact same format as a coil bound Erin Condren vertical neutral, and I use this as my memory planner. So I'm going to be using this kit from Harriet Wright Designs. This week it's called Novel. It's so gorgeous. This is my first time using a kit from her shop. The foiling on this is really great, and the paper quality on this is amazing. It's a really buttery premium matte, so I'm super excited about that. I just thought this was so cute, perfect for spring. I think I finished 3 books this week, so perfect reading vibes. I actually did like a reading kit last week too. I've been reading a lot while we're home. I did also pick up the Deco add-on sheet. Thought that was so cute. It did just come with the extra girl boxes, so that's really nice. So you can have different skin tones and hair colors. I'm gonna save these checklists, and I might try and do a second spread in my personal wide ring bound planner using these checklists as sort of like checklists and deco boxes. I thought that would be kind of fun since they are so gorgeous. All these things, a lot of these pages are foiled, so this is foiled as well. The deco sheet is not, but I think everything else so far has been foiled. So that's really amazing. A sidebar and functional stuff. This page is not foiled, just little things and some more sidebar stuff. This page again is foiled, and it's got all the checklists and some headers and flags and all kinds of different stuff. So really cute. And then the washi page is foiled as well. So you get like 5 foiled pages and 1 unfoiled page. So a really generous kit. And I do have these bow headers as well. These are printed super off center. So everything in the kit was fine, and everything else in my order was fine, but these bows are just printed a little poorly. The foiling is gorgeous on this as well, but they are just printed a little bit off center. I am going to use some of these, but I'm going to pull in some Simply Gilded and other stuff as well.
I'm getting started with the date covers and some date dots from Simply Watercolor Co. I absolutely loved planning with this kit, and I really loved the format of it. I did pull in some like foil functional half boxes and quarter boxes, which I like because that's nice to use things that are in my collection, but because I didn't feel like the kit had enough like boxes, especially quarter boxes. But there is like a lot of other stuff in this kit, and I do really like the format, and this paper is just very luscious and gorgeous. So I am really happy with that. I put down the quote box, which I thought was so cute and very appropriate for this week. I finished 3 books this week, plus I was also listening to an audiobook, which I ended up finishing the week after this. I'm usually not a major audiobook person, but I really liked it. It was Ready Player One, which is also a movie, which I really liked the movie, and I'd already seen the movie, but the book is narrated by Will Wheaton, and it was really fun to listen to. So I was listening to that a lot this week, and I finished it early in the following week, and it was really good. For me, audiobooks are very like mostly miss. It's just so slow. It's like so much slower than I read that I have a hard time doing them. Sometimes I have books where I like listen to some, read some, but I'm just not a huge audiobook person, and I'm like very particular about the voice of the narrator. But listening to Will Wheaton talk was kind of fun, and it was a really fun book to listen to. But this week I also I read Educated, which is like a more serious book, and probably the most serious book that I've read like during this whole time, because I have been mostly trying to read light things, and I finished like 2 YA books as well. One was American Royals, which I really did not like that much, but I liked it enough to read it or finish it and not put it down, but I did not really care for it that much. And the other one, which was The Elite, which I really did enjoy, except for that I have already finished the second book in the series, and I really disliked the second book, so I'll probably still read the whole thing, but I really liked the first one, and I really disliked the second one. I just felt like, I don't know, the first one, the main character seemed like a really like cool, strong girl, and then in the second one, she just seemed like kind of like a very whiny damsel in distress, which I did not super appreciate. But anyway, that's what I read this week. I've been reading a lot, mostly trying to get things on Kindle from the library and not buy books. I've mostly been buying stickers and nail stuff to fuel my online shopping issues during this time. And I did use some Simply Gilded headers, some of the washi headers, one set of headers from the kit, and then actually what the set that came with the kit and one set that came with the extras. And then I'm just putting down the bottom washi now, which I used some of this Simply Gilded floral washi. I just thought this matched so perfectly, and I love it when I can pull in like a washi that doesn't match a lot of kits, like a floral washi, or I don't know, something else. But yeah, so I just absolutely love the floral washis as well, and I just think that looks so nice. This was a very slow week. I didn't have a lot going on. I feel like I've actually been really busy, or I've had a ton to mark in my planners while we're all kind of stuck at home. But this week I really didn't have that much. And I started to do my regular planning style, but I probably could have tried to do a little bit more spaced out spread this week, although I am so bad at doing those, so maybe not. Anyway, I still make it look like my usual busy stuff, but it's a lot there. I used a lot more filler than I had been in weeks past, etc. And the weeks coming up after this are so incredibly busy, because the week after this, we made settlement on the house, and that was such a busy week. And then the 2 weeks following that have been like incredibly busy as well. Sorry if I sound a little scattered. I actually recorded this video kind of a really long time ago, and I'm like finally getting through my backlog of voiceovers to get all of this stuff uploaded. So I like keep having to look at the planner and just trying to think about what week this even was. Honestly, like time's blurring together a little bit. But anyway, that is kind of it for my sidebar. Just doing my usual. I do like a little journaling space and record my meals for the week, so I can look back over like 3 years of meal history, because that's definitely what I need to do. I don't know why I keep recording it, but I like to. So I just do it, and I can literally go back like 3 years and see what I had for dinner 3 years ago, which is a little bit disturbing, but you know, that's what being a planner person is. Anyway, on to the day by day, because I did not have to do foil overlays for anything because it was a foiled kit, and I used foiled headers as well, so I don't have anything to overlay. Oh, but I did decide to use these little month overlays from Sticky Sloth Designs to just put in April, and I think I ended up like ripping up some of that washi and using a flag from the kit to put it on, and then I grabbed my meals and this week headers are from Rose Colored Days. But yeah, so you've seen the books that I'm reading and the shows that I'm watching. So if you have any suggestions for anything else I should read or try and watch based on that, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Especially TV shows. I haven't been watching a ton of TV lately. I've just been finding it kind of hard to like get into things. I started watching Belgravia this week, or maybe I started the week before this, but I have like a backlog of episodes of that. I do really like it. I don't know why I haven't been watching it. It's definitely like a more intense, like you have to fully pay attention show. And I of course watched Motherland this week, which is my favorite show that's like currently on of the new shows that I've checked out. I'm just really, really into it, even though it's probably like not that good of a show, objectively speaking. But I just really do like it a lot. And I did just also finish The Good Witch on Netflix, which is the show that I've watched for a while. And I super love that. And I was trying to find the movies, like the old movies from the Lifetime channel, or Hallmark channel, I guess, but I could not find them anywhere. So anyway, on to the day by day. On Monday, I had my usual work thing, which I marked with that cute little flag from the kit. And then I grabbed a little thing and a heart from Clever Gal Crafts to mark that my mom came over to help with the kids on Mondays like she usually does. And I also finished reading American Royals on Monday. Or I read the whole thing on Monday. Honestly, I don't even remember. It wasn't that long of a book, so it usually only takes me like a day or two to read a YA book. And then that night we watched, I think, the season finale of Westworld, but it may have been the second to last episode of Westworld. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't the season finale, but we have since watched the season finale. And then we had some wine that night, so I didn't have a lot going on that day, so I just decided to mark that we had some wine as well. And I used a little wine glass from the kit. I love the way that they have like the foiled bow on them. It's really cute. I really like this kit a lot. Anyway, that was it for Monday. On Tuesday, we went for a super long walk, and oh my gosh. So I like realized I had to go to the bathroom and we still had like a ways to go home, and I like made the kids all get back in the stroller, even though they had been like walking with me, or the big kids had been, and I like pushed them home so fast. My legs were sore for like 4 days after. I have like never walked so fast in my life pushing an 110-pound stroller, because that's how much the double stroller with all 3 kids in it weighs, with like the heavy stroller plus the infant car seat and the baby plus the kids, and then we have a ride on board for my 4-year-old, and she'll like ride on the back of it. So, and I was just like hustling. Anyway, after that, when we got home, I read with the kids, which I read with them all the time, but we don't usually like sit down and read for like a half an hour, an hour. We'll read like a book here or there. So anyway, we read for like a while. We read a bunch of books in a row, so I marked that as well. And then I had a bunch of like house stuff that I took care of while they were napping, just like a bunch of follow-up calls. I had to call the bank and a bunch of other things because we were making settlement the week after this, which I've probably said 4 times already. Anyway, then I did watch Belgravia on TV, which I said I do really like it. It's like a Julian Fellows show, who's like the guy who did Downton Abbey, not Downtown Abbey. But anyway, it's a little bit more serious than Downton Abbey, and it's not like as, I don't know. I'm not as into it as I was that. But anyway, I do really like it, and it's a fun period piece. And then I was reading that night. And then on Wednesday, my daughter had a Zoom play date, which was cute. And it was kind of like a cold day, so we just hung out and chilled inside. We couldn't get a lot of outside time. The weather has been like very back and forth, like hot, cold, hot, cold. I'm hoping now that we're into May, it's going to be a bit warmer. But anyway, I just grabbed that Fox and Pip Girl to mark that. It was just kind of like a snuggly kind of day. And then this afternoon or evening, I finished Educated, which I was like hustling to finish it at the end because I was like so into it and I wanted to know how it ends. But it's like, obviously it's weird to say that when it's like someone's real life, because that one is like a memoir, but it was really good and super, super fascinating. And then that night we were the grateful recipients of, my dad had like one of those drive-by celebration birthday parties in our area that he was going to, that was like for a cousin of mine, and then the cousin gave him like this homemade challah, and he brought it over and drove by and dropped it off at our house. So anyway, it was a whole thing, but it was super delicious. It had like this sugar crust on it, and it was so amazing, and I can still remember it, and it was like a month ago almost at this point that I ate that, but it was super, super delicious. So I would definitely need to get that recipe from my cousin, and then I am just filling this out with my pen and writing in all of my dinners for the week as well. And then on Thursday, I slept in, which is not like something I do on purpose, right? It just happens to be if the timing of the baby's night feeds, where sometimes she wakes up earlier, sometimes later. It just like depends on how long she sleeps for her first kind of sleep through until she wakes up to nurse again. But anyway, so this morning I did sleep in. My mom came over as well, so I marked that this same way. Oh no, I grabbed a circle heart this for that one. I have just using different colors, and some I have in open hearts and some I have in circle hearts, but it doesn't bother me either way to do that. And then I did watch Motherland this day as well. I think while the kids were napping, I kind of like, usually just watch that show like as soon as I can on Hulu. I don't know. It's my favorite thing that I'm like super obsessed with right now, TV show wise. And then I just used these teacups from Rose and Tea to mark that. I don't know, it was just a relaxing, chill day. I didn't really have too much else to put in, and I wanted to put something in and use these teacups. So I put that, and I have a cup of tea at this point almost every day, or the running joke is that I start a cup of tea and then something happens, or one of the kids wakes up, or I get distracted by something, and I almost never finish it. And then that night I just read, and I used a Fox and Pip Girl to mark that. And then on Friday was a super, super rainy day, so I grabbed this cute little doodle from Fox and Pip. Paired that with a flag, and then this half box is actually from our box stickers sheet that I'm about to put on. It's on my hand right now. It's not from the kit, but I thought it matched like so perfectly, so I decided to bring that in since I was running low on boxes. And we attempted a paper mache craft, which was not super successful. I like covered the floor with plastic, like a plastic tablecloth, so that we could do it on the floor, and we made it like halfway through the craft, and then the kids were just fighting and going crazy. But anyway, and now they keep asking to do it again, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. But anyway, my husband also had to make like an emergency trip to Home Depot this day, and we discovered that Home Depot is extremely well stocked with cleaning supplies, which was not what he had gone there for. But we also ended up with he came home with some cleaning supplies, since they have been a little bit harder to find at the grocery store sometimes, or they have limits at the grocery store. So anyway, if you need some more cleaning supplies, that is something you could do. So then I tried to use this Rascot cart from Crafts by Tally to mark planning and filming, but I couldn't make it fit. It was just like a little bit too big for the way that I had set the day. I've actually like been trying to use them. I super love them, but they're very large, so it's a little bit hard to fit in. And squeezed in between that, I did some more house stuff around to settling on the closing. So then on Saturday, we just had like a pretty relaxing day and some family time. So I put this new family time script that I got in the box, and used another heart from Clever Gal Crafts. And I also painted my nails. I think we spent a lot of time outside this day, but I did not mark that. I just marked what I did. I have this memory of painting my nails outside, and I think that was this week, but I could be wrong. And then that afternoon we went for a walk, and then I'm out of frame here, but I will pull it up in a second. And then I did get to use the Rascot cart on this one. It's more like half box size, and I did some more filming and planning on Saturday as well. And then that night I just like hung out with my husband, and I marked that with a Clever Gal Crafts heart, which I'll put on the little thing after I flip the little thing around, because I put it on backwards. And then I was just trying to squeeze everything in and make it look like not so overcrowded, but I really wanted to use that cart because I just absolutely love it, and I had like just gotten these, so I was just like trying to make it fit. So I ended up just pulling out the sneaker and just writing in walk with that flag, so that it didn't look like so crowded with stickers, and I think it looks fine. Usually I would mark a walk with like an exercise girl or a sneaker, but it's totally fine. You don't always have to mark everything exactly the same way. It's just about the overall spread aesthetic, if you will, which for this kit, I'm looking at it right now finished while I do this, and I just love it. Sometimes you just love it. I've actually been on a roll lately. The one I feel like I've done some really pretty spreads lately. Anyway, on Sunday we had a pretty slow day. I just marked like coffee time in the morning, just because I didn't really have that much to mark, and that was fine. And then we played outside in the rain. My mother-in-law came over to watch the kids, because we had to do a house walkthrough this weekend, because anyway, there's all this stuff going on with our settlement, so we had to do like a pre-final walkthrough. Basically, we needed to make sure everything was good like a few days before the settlement, because the bank needed more notification if we weren't going to make settlement, which we did, because our rate lock was about to expire, because that's how long this housing drama has been going on. Anyway, so we had to do a pre-final walkthrough. And we did that, and my mother-in-law watched the kids, which is what I put with the heart, because I went totally out of order here to try and finish to fit everything in, because I wanted to use that half box again, another one from Art Box Stickers, and those house doodles are from Rose and Tea Shop. And then that night I finished the Elite as well. So I didn't have another like a small rain sticker. I had forgotten to pull out my rain cloud sticker, so I just put that on the box, which had a little bow on it, and I didn't put any like other deco on that to mark that, but it was cute. And playing in the rain was fun. We put on our rain boots, and I have rain boots too. My husband doesn't, but that's okay. And we just kind of splashed in some puddles, and we ran around the field. I had my baby in like the carrier, but it's got like I was going to say a lid, but it's got like a thing you can pull over their head. So she didn't even know it was raining. And we just like were running around and jumping in the rain. It was, I don't know, it was fun, and it was cute, and not something I usually do, because usually like I'm not like the kind of person that likes to go outside in the rain or whatever, especially in like, wasn't that warm, but we were comfortable, and we didn't stay out for all that long, and the kids had a really good time. Anyway, I am just finishing up with the deco and some washi. Like I said, I had more white space in this left over to kind of decorate than I have been like in in the weeks before this or in the weeks ahead of this. I just hadn't, either I didn't take as thorough notes as I usually do, or it just was a slower week. I think it was just a slower week, and it rained a bunch of days here too. So we were just, I don't know, having some quiet time. But that is just about everything. So I am just gonna finish up with the last bit of washi there, and then that's it.
Okay, that's everything all finished out. I super love how this looks, so purple, and love the silver foil, but mostly just love the purple. I have a ton left over from this kit, so I'm definitely going to save this and try and do a spread in my personal wide rings using like these as kind of decorative checklists, and I can even pull in like the girl or something, and there's just so much left here. No full boxes left or anything, but I can pull other functional stuff in from my collection, and I have like a ton of these little things left, so I definitely think I have enough to use in my ring bound planner, so I'm excited for that. I absolutely loved planning with this kit. I love the paper, and I do really like the format, even though I do think that this kit could use a few more like quarter boxes, but I pulled stuff in from my stash. Anyway, that is everything. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I'd love it if you'd subscribe and check me out on Instagram at MyCraftyPlans to keep up with everything going on in my planners. Bye!